welcome to week 11 of Rise. I'm going to get so emotional because this is the second to last week and then our Rise series is over. So thank you so much if you have been here since day one, and if you are new, welcome. I will attach the full Rise series playlist so you can catch up, do some inner work, heal with us, and be a part of this Rise family. Now, this week we are talking standards, boundaries, and healthy love. Let's get into it. But before we do, go ahead and hit like and subscribe so you can officially be a part of this series. Now, our goals this week is to release urgency and trauma bonding patterns. We will choose consistency over intensity and clarify what safe love looks like in practice. First things first, we're going to go over our boundary rehearsal. I know we have a few recovering people pleasers out here, including myself. So this boundary rehearsal is essential. We are training our nervous system to believe I can state a need clearly and I don't have to over-explain or justify it to be worthy of it. So here's the key formula, how it's going to look like for all of the examples moving forward. The core formula is going to look like this: the need, the boundary, and optional, the outcome. The need is going to be I'm looking for, followed by the boundary I'm not available for, and then the outcome. If that doesn't work for you, I understand. Capiche? Capiche. Let's get into it. The first boundary we're going to go over is our pacing boundary. Think slow, safe love. We are not diving deep into a relationship right now. I know I've done that in the past, but we are moving differently in 2026. So our pacing boundaries, how we're moving in a new relationship. Don't over explain. Don't say, well, I've just been hurt in the past before, so I need you to act this way because of blah, 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 XYZ. Don't do that. Do state your need and do state this boundary. So do say, I like to move slowly and build over time. I'm not in a rush. I prefer to see consistency before getting more serious. And if they push, because Lord knows these boys will push, and they will missy. So you better listen up. If they push, or when they push, I should say, you stand firm in that boundary. You say, I'm comfortable with going slow. Stop there. Do not over explain. So if they push, you say, this pace feels good to me. I like moving slow. Stop there. Period. Our next boundary is our communication boundary. So if someone disappears and resurfaces, we just love that, don't we? No, we absolutely dislike that. That is so disgusting, and I'm so tired of our society normalizing this type of behavior, because I'm over it. And it's not even just with romantic love, it is also with friendships too. And I'm not tolerating that. And like, look, okay, I know there's some low maintenance friends, there's high maintenance friends or whatever. Some people don't care if you take 10 years to respond. I do. Okay, especially if you are a potential relationship. Please do not be in my DMs messaging me, love bombing me, and then out of nowhere just ghost me. Okay, can y'all tell I'm triggered a little bit right now? Okay, we're not tolerating this type of behavior. What the need is, consistency is important to me. Our boundary, if we're talking, I prefer steady communication. And the outcome, if you're unsure, it's okay to say that. Capiche? Moving on to physical boundaries. Ooh, girl. This one is huge because we know men love to push our physical intimacies, especially when we had a drink or two. So this one's going to be super duper important. Here's your need. I don't rush physical intimacy. I like emotional connection first. That's not something I'm ready for. If they try to persuade, you're going to say, I'm sure about this, or that doesn't work for me. Notice how secure that sounds. No apology. No apology whatsoever, girl. So don't say, oh, sorry, that doesn't work for me. None of that, okay? None of that in 2026. Do not apologize for not wanting to rush physical intimacy, okay? It's your body, your pace, your choice. Moving on. Now we have our emotional availability boundary. So if someone is avoiding death, here's your need. I'm looking for something emotionally available. I'm not interested in casual. That's the boundary. I'm not interested in casual. I value emotional depth in a relationship. If they say, let's just see where this is going, this is what you're going to say. I'm dating with intention. Lord knows they will say this. Let's just see where this goes. How many times have you had someone say that to you and you've agreed and it went absolutely nowhere? All right, so next time someone says, let's just see where this goes, you're going to say, I'm dating with intention. Full stop. When you feel activated, if your body feels anxious or confused, this is what you're going to say. I need some time to think about that. Let me get back to you. Let me sit with this. This prevents trauma bonding urgency. Now it's time for some mirror work. You're literally going to sit in front of your mirror and practice saying this. And yes, especially if you are a people pleaser, you better get your ass in front of the mirror and start saying these things. Okay? Ready? The first thing is no. No. Just practice saying that. No. Hey, do you want to go on a date? No. Hey, you want to go do this? No. Okay? Just practice saying that. Say it to yourself first. No, 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 no. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. No, that doesn't work for me. No, that doesn't work for me. Or I'm not available. I'm not available. Or I understand that's just not for me. I understand that's just not for me. So if someone's like, yeah, I just want to see where this goes, I want to keep things casual, you're going to say, I understand that just doesn't work for me. Point blank, period. No over explaining, no over justifying, none of that. No apologies either. Our goal here is neutral confidence, not defensiveness. Say these words slowly with a calm face and relaxed shoulders. What you're rewiring is your old patterns. Old patterns such as over explaining, hoping that they approve you, and then eventually leading to self abandoning. We're not doing that. We're not doing those behaviors. We're not repeating those behaviors in 2026. Okay, that was 2025. We're not bringing that this year. We are rewiring new patterns. Our new pattern is to state the thing that you need, let them respond, and observe their behavior. Secure people respect clarity, insecure people argue with it. And that reaction tells you everything. Now it's time to go over our standards. Healthy love standards to be exact. The first one is going to be consistency over intensity. So no more disappearing, then reappearing, then disappearing again, then reappearing again. We're not doing that this year, okay? No more tolerating it, no more letting it slide. They communicate on a regular basis without disappearing. Their words and actions match over time. They're not flaky. They keep plans without last minute chaos, unless there's a real reason. Our green flag feeling is calm, predictable, no second guessing. Then there's my favorite, emotional availability. They talk about their feelings in real time versus withdrawing. They don't let it store over years and then one day just randomly explode on you. No, they know how to calmly, safely talk about their emotions, especially when conflict arises. They can name their emotions without blaming you. So it's not your fault that they're angry, and it's not your fault that blah, 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 blah. No, they can take full ownership about what they're feeling. They're like, hey, I'm upset right now. Hey, I'm angry right now. This is what I'm feeling. I need to talk about this. They're curious about your inner world. They care and they're curious about what's going on inside of you. How are you? And it's not just about them all the time. They respond to your vulnerability with care, not avoidance or sexualization. Our green flag feeling here is feeling heard, is feeling seen, and not too much. Next, we have respect for boundaries. RESPCT, someone to respect. I need a little bit of respect. They accept no without pushing, persuading, or making you feel bad. We love that. We love people who respect our no's. No is a full and complete sentence, and they respect it. Oof, isn't that a turn on? Okay. They don't rush physical intimacy. They don't rush it. They don't rush it. They take your time. And they definitely don't take advantage of it when you're under the influence or had some drinks with them. They still don't rush it, even if that, like, oh,
I love a man who can take you out for drinks and drop you off home and make sure you get home taken care of, and that's it. And that's where it ends. It's not like this way, this angle of trying to get into your pants. Like, no, they're genuinely interested in you and wanting you in their world and keeping you in their world, not just for some one night stand, not to trick you into thinking that that's what they want and then end up getting what they want and then leaving. Like, none of that. Okay, that's a real man. Okay, and we love real men out here. We love that. We love that. We love that. We love that. They don't frame your standards as fear or walls. Our green flag feeling here is safe, not pressured. Next, we have accountability. They apologize clearly. There's no, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Disgusting. No, there's none of that. They can say, I'm sincerely sorry for this XYZ. There's no blaming, there's no minimizing, none of that. They apologize clearly. And my favorite is they correct their behavior after conflict. So it's not this sleazy, I'm sorry, I don't care, and then they don't do anything to recover the situation. No, they show you that they care about you, they show you that they're genuinely sorry, and they make up for it. And that goes for both relationships, romantically, and friendships, and relationships in all things. Like, that's the bare minimum. Like, make up for something if you hurt a person, especially if that person's letting you know that you hurt them. Make it up, be sorry, care for them, show them that you care. They especially don't deflect or turn things back on you. I love this one because sometimes people tend to do this when they're upset. They think that when you're arguing, that is a perfect time to deflect and steer away from the original point. And they think, oh, this is because, you were adopted. I don't know. I'm allowed to say that because I'm actually adopted. But, they deflect from the point, the main point, and then they blame you and try to make you feel bad. And it's just like, boy, what are you doing? They can repair without making you chase the resolution. This one's huge, especially for relationships that are one-sided. This can happen a lot where their conflict arises, and next thing you know, you find yourself chasing a resolution when you were the one that got hurt in the first place, when they're the one that actually hurt you, and now you're over here chasing. Like, the psychology of that doesn't make sense, but it happens. It happens with a lot of manipulators, gaslighters, narcissists out there. And these people can be your family members, they can be your friend. Allow somebody to make up for something if they were in the wrong and if they hurt you. Let them make up for it. Let them apologize. Let them show you. Don't chase that resolution. Even though you want to, even though you care about this person so deeply and you love them and you just want to be on good terms with them, I understand that feeling. I know what that's like, especially as an empath. You just want to be like, you know what, I love you so much, it doesn't even matter, life's too short. But girl, life is too short to keep letting this person repeatedly, year after year after year, do you wrong and let it slide. Let them show you that they care. Okay, let them make up the resolution. Don't chase. The green flag feeling here is secure after conflict, not destabilized. Now we have our secure communication. They bring up concerns calmly. They don't create drama to feel connection. They clarify misunderstandings instead of assuming the worst. This one is freaking key. And I'm guilty of it too, where we assume the worst, where we're making these negative assumptions and then we act off of that and we end up causing this whole problem. And it's just like, if we learned to just clearly communicate from the beginning, we could have avoided all of that. So no more negative, worst case assumptions in our head this year. None of that. We're going to pause. We're going to clearly communicate what the conflict is when it arises and clarify the situation, clarify the conflict, talk about it in a calm way, because this is a person that you want to keep in your life. So we don't want the conflict to get in between us. We want to put it in front of us, not between us, but in front of us, so that we can look at it, talk about it, overcome it, move past it, and hopefully build a stronger relationship after it. Our green flag feeling here is grounded, no roller coaster. Next, we have our slow, intentional pacing. They're comfortable building emotional intimacy gradually. They don't future fake. I know some of us have gone through these future fakers where they're like, oh yeah, like I can't wait to do this with you. I can't wait to meet your parents. And then you bring it up later on. They're like, I never said that. I never even wanted to meet your parents. I never met your parents. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, future faker. They don't use intense chemistry to fast track commitment. Okay. I know this one is a really tough one because sometimes we just want to literally fall right in love. We just want to dive into love. Okay. If you're like me, you just love love and you can get married in the next 2 months. And it's just like, no, we don't want to do that. All right. Even if that chemistry feels intense and it feels alive and passionate, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. I don't even care about all the red flags and blah, 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 blah. I'm committed. I'm going to marry them next year. It's like, no, we're going to take it slow. And that person is also going to favor that slow pace. Okay. They're not going to use that intense chemistry to fast track that commitment. And most importantly, they're willing to let trust build over time. Okay. They're willing to earn it too. Trust is not something that you just give right away. Yes, even though we naturally come into this world trusting, it's important, especially if you are a very trusting person like myself, to let that person earn your trust. Don't just give it to them. Don't just trust them with the most vulnerable parts of your life story, XYZ. Let them earn the trust over time. Our green flag feeling here is spacious, not rushed. Now we have mutual effort. We love this. No more one-sided relationships in this year, baby. Not in our family relationships, not in romantic relationships, not in friendship. No more one-sided relationships, okay? Mutual relationships only. We are not tolerating anything less than that, okay? Write it down if you have to. Put it on a sticky note. Remind yourself of that commitment, especially if you are a recovering people pleaser. Please, please, please do not do this to yourself this year. Let the relationship have mutual effort. So in this case, you're not carrying the connection. The other person is also initiating that connection. They make time for you in a balanced way. They invest emotionally, not just physically. And we absolutely love this because we don't want someone around just for the good times and for a good ride. No, we want someone there that we can lean on when stuff gets hard. And we all know life can get hard sometimes. And it's nice to know that someone is actually there for you on an emotional level. Our green flag feeling here is chosen, not chased. Now we have our trauma bond indicators to release. Since you're working on urgency patterns, here's what you're consciously not choosing: hot and cold behavior that spikes adrenaline. Lord knows I have been there before, and you don't realize that it's happening until it happens. I get it. It feels really good in your tummy whenever that person finally replies after 2 days of not responding to you, and y'all just had a conversation that felt like you've known this person for years and you actually never even met them in person. And so then whenever they respond again after not responding, it's like, oh my God, you get so excited and you just completely forget that they just temporarily ghosted you and is now hitting you back up. Like, no, okay? None of that hot and cold behavior. None of that. Then there's love bombing followed by inconsistency. We absolutely do not like that. That is a big no no. We are not doing that this year, okay? No tolerating that love bombing. We're definitely not choosing intensity mistaken for intimacy. That one's key. Put a star next to that one. We're definitely not choosing feeling anxious more than peaceful. So if you're around this person and y'all aren't even like really talking or exchanging words, but for some reason this person makes you feel anxious and nervous in your body, listen to your body, listen to it, trust that intuitive feeling. I've ignored that so many times in my past, and it always comes to show why I was nervous from the get go. As a woman, you have these natural maternalistic instincts in you that can't really be described by someone simply saying something. It's like a physical feeling that is brought up, and the person doesn't even have to say anything. It's like they say energy speaks louder than words. They say that for a reason because it's truth. It's truth, it's truth, it's truth. So If they're not adding that piece and if they're making you feel more anxious, listen to it. Do not choose that. We're definitely not having to earn clarity. All right. We shouldn't be asking them 21 questions on why they did this or why they did that and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, you don't have to earn that clarity. They should just be able to give it to you and not make you feel guessing or wondering or anything like that. If your body feels activated, obsessive, or dysregulated early on, that's information. Last but not least, we have our post interaction reflections. After each interaction, ask yourself this: did I feel anxious or calm? Did I feel anxious or calm? Do I feel more like myself or do I feel drained? Do I feel heard? Did I shrink or did I stay true to myself? Was I trying to impress or was I relaxed? Do I feel clearer or more confused? Safe love brings clarity. Chaos brings confusion. And last but not least, we have our journal prompts. You know the drill here. Go ahead and jot down these 3 questions and take time this week to answer them. The first prompt being, what behaviors make me feel calm, respected, and emotionally safe? Where have I confused intensity with intimacy in the past? What does taking my time bring up for me? So, what does going at my own pace? What does that bring up for you? Go ahead and jot that down. And thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I will see you for the finale. Oh, I'm going to be so sad. This Rise series has been such a good journey. So thank you for riding this wave with me, and I will see you for our very last episode on Rise. Have a good day.